Okay. Whoa. 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 We're live. Hi.
Of course, my computer's gonna do crazy wonky stuff, right? Come on, come on, computer. We are live. Hello,
Hello.
everybody. Hi, hey, hey. Uh, my computer literally just started glitching, so I
Oh,
hope I'm not glitched out too much for people.
you're not
I hope
glitchy for
I'm not.
me. You're not
Okay,
glitchy
good,
for me. You're just
good,
a
good,
little
good.
like behind.
Good.
But
Oh
I
no.
always,
Ah,
I'm always behind. So,
always, yeah. 2 steps usually. Hi, Jane. How are you? How was your weekend?
I'm here. I am well. Did did we have a weekend? Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. We did. Just this is Monday. I had a good weekend.
Good,
I
good, good,
found
good, good.
glasses. Actually see the chat because I was doing a live with Joe
Yay!
with somebody when I was in California. I don't know who I was doing a live with. And I had already sat on my glasses, couldn't see the chat. And somebody said, "Is Jane okay?" No, Jane's never
Oh,
okay.
wow.
But I got out my very early 80s glasses and I can see the chat.
I think they look great. I'm a little Jane biased, but I think they look absolutely phenomenal. Of course,
You
everything's
want me
coming back, so the retrograde
to-
looks wonderful. I love
Yeah,
it.
well,
I love it.
these
They
are
frame
they're
your face well. Yeah, I like them.
well, maybe
We've got
when
some
I
gorgeous people in chat flowing.
hi gorgeous people, Flowing and
Maybe when you
Mo
what?
and Joey G,
Uh-huh. Joe G. Joe G.
Joe
Yeah.
Joji,
Joe
Joji,
G.
and
Yo, yo,
yeah,
yo.
the glasses are good. Thank you, Flowing.
All right, guys, the man behind the curtain is here, but y'all take it easy on him. If y'all was in our lives last night, then you know I don't even have to go any farther with that. Y'all take it easy on the man behind the curtain. Go ahead and start with your me's. And Jane is gonna bring us in and do her beautiful thing that Miles is anxiously waiting on,
Oh my,
and we're gonna let Jane call in the angels.
okay, I forgot to find them. I'm so
That's
sorry.
okay. Take all the time you need.
Okay, um, it's somewhere. I have a whole bunch of them in here though, but we want the one. Really, Spirit, angels and spirit guides, please lead me to the correct and right prayer for today. Thank you very much. It is here. All right, here we go. Dear angels and spirit guides, thank you for your guidance and wisdom. Thank you for guiding me on this journey. My third eye is open and the veil is thinning. Please keep me out of fear and keep me in wonder and amazement. I ask to be connected to the great I am at all times. I am love. I am joy. I am compassion. I am intuitive. I am one with the divine. I am a seer. I am a believer. I am connected to the great I am, so be it. And
Mm,
so are all of you
I
who have
am bound. Mm,
say your I ams every morning, whatever it
mm.
is
Love it.
you
Love it. Love it.
yeah, say that.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. All right, so it is the spooky season, guys. So Jane and I do and were instructed for a very specific deck, and neither one of us knew it until we got backstage, and we're like, "Oh wow, that makes so much sense now."
I know. I know. I was like,
So,
yes, go on.
no, go ahead.
No, I was like, I came in and I was like, so I'm thinking about using this deck. And she's like, opens up the box and she goes, I'm using it too. Something like that. It was funny. Normally, we use
It was
complete.
wonderful.
I know, but normally we use completely different decks, like completely different decks. So I think that this is going to be interesting that we were both led to the same one deck anyway. Oh, maybe two. Are you using the other one too? We will find
Nope.
out.
Nope.
Stay tuned, you
We will
guys.
find out.
I want you to
Hey, stay tuned.
hold on to your ass because it could be a bumpy ride. But spirit is
Strap in
guiding
that
us.
seatbelt.
That's it. Drop it in.
Absolutely. So let's just chit chat for a few minutes, say hi to some people while we waiting on the me's and people to kind of reel themselves in. It is Monday, and for most people in the USA, Monday is the start of our work week, and some of us don't have the easiest jobs. Some of us have some pretty heavy weight that we carry. And that's why we come together on Mondays, and we come with positivity and a big old jar of hope and a big old basket of angels, and we got it all for you on Mondays. Mine are blue and tall and archangels, and Jane has any kind of angel you can literally imagine. I'm telling you, she is just full of angels. So strap on your seatbelt and understand today is going to be different. Why? Because I'm going to be gone pretty soon for a vacation that I am so ready for, and that vacation takes it one of my meta messages. So I'm keeping it lighthearted and we're keeping it open. Today, I am delivering a meta message, but Shakina comes in and she's like, well, let's give them something to think about. So you will be getting a number from me and a knock knock. So there is something for you to come back to laugh about if you get in a situation this week and you really just need to laugh about something. You will have a knock knock that you can come back and be like, yep, there's mine. What was my knock knock again? And you can laugh and you can remember that you really can realize that it gets greater later and it's just a moment in time, as my words are very difficult to find this morning.
Words hard.
What about you, Jane? What are you doing this morning? Yes, words hard.
Words hard. English hard. Um, hey, I'm just here and enjoying your energy and enjoying everyone. And I'm just excited to be back in my own look. I'm in my own space again. Don't look, it's messy. But I'm back in my own space. Hi, Mr. Diaz, rent to pay. But I'm back in my space. So I just want to say that this was the perfect thing for me to do. My very first, like, live from my own space of being home is being on with Hershey. And who could ask for more, you guys? Seriously.
Oh, oh,
Sure.
thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I am so glad you're home. I am glad that your mom is in a much better place because every time you're around her, her energy is like, I need my own space. I feel like she's always fighting for elbow room. She feels like a very independent woman, and she's at a beautiful age that a lot of people don't get to make it to. So, man, I love the spirit and the spunk she has.
She really does.
But
And
I am so glad you're home.
me too. I'm here. I'm so happy that you invited me to be on. I always feel so blessed and honored. You have no idea. She doesn't have to invite me on every Monday and she doesn't. I mean, or sometimes I can't, but
According to Miles, yes, I do.
oh, what am I looking
Every
for?
Monday, according to Miles, yes, I do. All right, guys, let's get those me's going and let's get some meta messages going. Good
Hello,
morning,
hello.
Mousy. Good morning, Rossi. Joe
Good morning,
G again. Rose Blue. Hey,
Swampy
be
Three.
Mama be 86 near Thanksgiving. Oh, see, that is beautiful. Oh, I love that. I love that. I love it. I love it. Obviously, Miss Tarot D is
Rose
here.
Blue.
Swampy.
Eleanor.
Mo, good morning.
Mo.
Eleanor. Oh my gosh, who else did I forget? I know I forgot somebody. Y'all don't let me forget nobody. Sharon O'Brien. Good morning, Grand Rising. AM salutations. All right. I don't think I missed anybody else, but if I did, you know that I am glad you are here because you know how we always say it. You could have been anywhere, but you chose to be here. So we
Did you
appreciate
get
that.
Pamela? Did
Thank
you
you.
get Pamela? Pamela. Did you get
Pamela. Did
Pamela's
we
here
get
too?
Pamela? We have four.
Well, no, she doesn't. She didn't have a me, but
Pamela,
she
good
said
morning.
good morning. Yeah, that's what I meant. That's what I meant. I didn't.
Yep, we're all fixed. Yes. Good morning, Pamela. Good morning, Mousy.
Good.
And anybody else I possibly missed?
Okay. I remember what I was looking for now.
Oh,
All right. I was looking for.
I found my marbles. Every time somebody says that, I go to that place in Peter Pan where, you know, he lost his marbles like 40 years ago. I found my marbles 40 years later.
Oh, all right. Is Mousy? We reading for Mousy? Is that what that is?
Mousy. I believe so. Mousy.
Okay.
I believe so. Man
All
behind the
right.
curtains got her up. So,
All right.
Mousy, 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 Mouse.
Oh, they're telling me there's too many here. They're just telling me to do this one. Okay. Here we go. Ooh, I love this. Okay. This is a very interesting pairing. I feel like Mousy. So go let's see what happens. So look, we have I am using okay, never mind. So you got owl, wise seeing, wise action. Okay. So there's the owl. So what they're really telling you, keep your eyes open and use your intuition. And you are true. What that inner voice that you hear, it's I mean, sometimes they lie to us, but really listen to that inner voice because it says wise seeing, wise action. So to make the seeing and the action, we need to be wise down in our connections. What's very interesting, and I'm doing these out of order, is you got the book from the Lenormand. So I feel like there's some reading to be done that's going to really bring in this owl, this magic wise energy. And then we got number 33, the beast, conflict, competition, and oppressions. So I feel like if with this, so this might be where you might be stuck at times in our monkey mind. We feel oppressed. Sometimes we really truly are oppressed, especially women right now, but I'll get off of that soapbox. um so in order for you to overcome this feeling like somebody's stepping on your chest, you're gonna get some information out of a book, maybe even a spell, and you're gonna use your owl wisdom of learning and listening. So we're seeing and wise action. It's in the book. That's what's going to happen. So that's what I have for you. Just be careful of those, the conflict, competition, and oppressors. We don't need those people in our life. If somebody is
Mhm.
one of those people that you have to that tries to oppress you, that has some sort of conflict with you, I, I don't have time for that. I don't have enough. I don't have enough energy in my being to mess with people like that. So, on to you, Hershey.
I love it, and I will pick it up right there. So not only do you have an owl coming in, you also have this amazing crow, right? Right here at the spooky season, a crow is going to stop its maddening time of year just to spend some time with you. I absolutely take advantage of this. Owls and crows, they do not blend well together, but when they come with messages, there's no better two birds than those two to deliver direct messages. You have one coming in only by night because they're nocturnal, and then you have the other one that comes by day or night, but but they have a very distinct message, and that is the crow, right? The crow is letting you know that something you've been preparing for, as I move everything out of my way, something that you've been preparing for, whether you actively know what it is or it's just stirring back there in a pot and you're not completely sure because most of the ingredients are in, but this is the kind of thing that once you start it here, completion after it's fully simmered and stirred, it's something else, right? So there is going to be a point where it starts resonating with you what that missing ingredient is that brings this preparation to fulfillment, right? Now, do you understand what it is yet? No, but you will understand it. Maybe you need a owl feather or a crow feather. Maybe you just need to recognize at that moment where you're standing, when that owl or that raven, or I mean, or crow comes in, that's the moment you need to stop, look around, look down, look up, literally figure it out. Maybe it's a flower, it's a wildflower or something growing right there beside you. But because you're not paying attention to your surroundings, they have come to remind you. That is when you need to take that breather and explore some wilderness, right? So when I see the werewolf show up, this isn't about denying your inner call. This is exploring that inner call, right? And they pair it with breather, right? So if you're taking a breather and you're exploring this, it gets to the point where right in the moment where Jane said, I don't allow them to what? Trigger you and wolf you out? Good shit. Don't allow them. Explore yourself. Don't allow anyone to bring the inner beast out of you if you weren't intending for that beast to come out. So make sure that you understand your control factor level in there. Your number for this week, you got the numbers were 10 and 7. I'm subtracting. So your number is 3. And they say for your knock knock, you're either going to cry about it or you're going to boss up. Pro tip, do both. You can do both. Real ballers feel their feelings and do what they know is right at the same damn time. You're still the boss. You're just now the crying boss. So always, always, always take your ownership, take your weight, and stand for your own accountability. Remember that you yourself are your most powerful tool in your arsenal because you have something in your head that most don't have, and that is a brain. Make sure that you educate yourself this week, Mousy, and enjoy that number 3 because it is such a fun number to be in during the spooky season. And that's what I've got for you.
Love it. Love it.
Boom, 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 boom.
Next reading.
No, we still have open slots. We still have lots of slots.
O'Brien.
Welcome, blessings, everybody coming in. Sharon O'Brien. Sharon O'Brien.
Top of the morning to you, Sharon. Ooh. Oh, Hershey. This feels like, oh my gosh. This feels like such a Hershey reading. Because look, you got the skull of darkness,
I love it.
the blind spots. So that light on top of your skull, it is lighting up your blind spots. So what you need to do this week is pay attention to your blind spots. I don't know if Hershey is doing blind spot readings this week at all, but maybe she will because of this. But I don't know how busy she is, But yeah, so the blind spots. We're going to look at where do we shine? Who's really use your discernment to find your blind spots. Okay, that's what I'm going to say. And then when you do that, okay, so when you use your discernment to find this is how it goes, the blind spot, you're going to find that snake that's in your grass. And you're going to get that snake out of your grass. You don't need to kill the snake. We don't kill snakes. We don't kill anything. You just need to move this snake out of your wood pile. Remove the snake. The blind spot is there's a snake in your yard and you need to remove them. Okay? Once you do that, you are going with the flow because this person who's your blind spot, who's the snake, is stopping your flow right now, is stopping you from just merrily floating down the stream. Instead, you're hitting rocks, you're hitting this, you're doing that, you're questioning yourself. So no, we get rid of these blind spots by getting rid of that snake, shedding our own skin even, and then go with the flow, which is recovery, moving on, and finding peace. Now, you can't make this stuff up. Blind spot, snake, and then you find your peace. And that's what I have for you. Makes sense to me.
Wow.
And I have full chills with that. So I hope that anyway.
Okay. Okay, so I literally am going to pick it up again right there. Why am I going to pick it up right there? Because I'm going to give you a little bit of an arsenal to go with what Jane just said, right? So I want you guys to understand Jane's not talking about the good garden snakes or the good snakes that we need, right? She's talking about the ones that even when you are good to them, they're still going to bite you. They're still going to hurt you. They're still going to try their best to get their neurotoxins and their venom in you the best way they know how, and that is usually to bite you when you're not looking, right? Here's what you do. I happen to be a snake lover, right? Absolutely. Maybe it's because I'm a dragon and I have my own scales. I don't know. But I'm going to let you know that there are good snakes out there, right? And if you go get one, guess what that good black snake's going to do? It's going to eat all them bad ones. It's literally going to eat the bad snakes that Jane's talking about. So there's two ways to every coin. There's two sides to every coin, and there's two ways to see this. So on my side, I'm letting you know that none other than the most beloved up there, Source themselves, is saying you can literally capture that snake if you come sacred with us, with this kind of serpent, with the kind of serpent that wants to heal, that wants to teach you the difference between the good and the bad. We have to have those good ones so that they can eliminate and keep the population down that the bad ones aren't going after, right? So make sure that you understand that not only is there a way to fight fire with fire when it comes to a situation when you know you are up against them damn gone snakes that are intentionally waiting, what sneaky ones, the snake in the grass. You know what Jane's talking about. But here on this side, Metatron is going to tell you, go get one. Go get you a black snake. Go right into a grassy garden. You can literally put your hand down and pick it up by its head. It's not going to hurt you. Go get you a ball python. People are scared shitless of snakes, and then you put the ball python around your neck. That ball python cannot hurt you. Even if he starts constricting a little, you're going to be like, really, George? And put him around your arm. He can't hurt you. You have ways to use the fear. They are, because they know that those snakes can eat them. So pay close attention, okay? Understand and recognize the difference. There is something that you do feel regret about, and I have a feeling it is maybe a good snake tried to tell you about a bad snake, and you chose to believe the bad snake because its hiss was a little bit louder, right? And you let the good snake go, and something probably happened to the good snake, and now you're wishing you had it, right? You need to learn to control them emotions when you are faced with the same situation. There is always two sides, and can't and won't don't need to be part of the spiritual growth when it comes to regret, right? So they are wanting to acknowledge this, right? Don't let something that happened before, remember the lesson. It doesn't matter who delivered it. Remember the lesson that you learned from it, okay? So move and control your emotions as you move forward out of regret, because that seems like that's what this week is going to be for you. And there's nothing better than this time, because you can literally, once this season goes away and we've already had the gorgeous full moon, then you could have threw it all away, but you can still take advantage of that energy, right? And by that, I mean, literally, that's what the moon card here is saying. Cooling your emotions. Okay, if you have any Aries in your chart, then you understand sometimes for Aries it's not easy. It's even somewhat, in my opinion, easier for a Leo than it is an Aries. So understanding that moon energy in Aries is the time to literally say, I'm done with this. I am not manifesting this energy anymore. I am throwing this trash away. It has not served me and it is detrimental. You will then, at your own finding, find that only you yourself, knowing that they sent that good snake to prove to you the difference between the two. So pay attention, keep your eyes open for Jane's snake, because there absolutely a snake in the grass is waiting for you. I absolutely have to co-sign that. But I also can remind you that you can also grab because there is something better on the other side. So make sure that you grab your own butt and love yourself, because those above are helping you out, whether you know it or not. Whatever type of bullshit you have found yourself in, know that your butt, your very personal butt, is you, you complete psychopath. Go ahead and grab it, all kinds of it. Doesn't matter if someone else thinks it's awesome or not. Look around at all the butts of the world: big butts, teeny butts, tiny butts, big butts, jiggly butts, organized butts, an orangutan butt, an elephant butt. Oh crap! That's right, grab your own butt now. You are lucky SOB. You are a one of a kind animal and you have your own butt. Yes, keywords. You are very lucky. Make sure that you remember that you yourself are loved. Your number is number 5 for the week. And everything that comes to you this week is coming from an angel or source theirself. So pay very, very close attention to the synchronicities that are happening around you, as well as helping you get through the moments. And that's what I've got for you.
Beautiful. Perfect. Oh, thank you, Miss Terody.
Okay. I'm listening to the man behind the curtain, guys. That's all. I'm listening.
Is
Sharon,
it
I
gonna?
hope that helped you, sweetie.
Yeah, and have a good
Jane the
week.
Seeker, I hope your inside matches your outside, because you look so beautiful and healthy today. Oh, I
That's very.
love that. Oh,
I do too. Thank
oh my
you.
gosh, I love that. That is so
Me too.
beautiful.
All right. Ooh. Oh. Okay. This is the one. Rossi.
Alrighty.
I'm sure.
Rossi.
Yes. Okay. All right.
Rossi.
Okay. All right. This is an interesting reading here. Okay. There is something that is coming to an end. Okay. And what they're telling you to do is end the damn thing, put the nail in the coffin. Just put the nail in the coffin. Whatever it is, there is an ending that you will be doing of your choice this week. This is they're telling me put the nail in the coffin. It's like something that you kind of vacillate on, and they're saying, choose wisely, put a nail in that coffin, and then let your it's like make a decision, because not making a decision is making a decision. So, you know, make that decision and put a nail in the coffin, and then, because you're just going to burn that up, whatever this was that you need to put in the coffin and the nail in, put it then into the fire and turn it into ashes, because there you get the skull of flowers where you are creating through the ashes. So whatever you are leaving behind and putting a nail in it, you are recreating this beautiful new skull. I mean, look how pretty this skull is. And then we have, and what comes with that is you gain back that energy that you were using for that bad decision or that bad choice, or that whatever it was wrong, whatever didn't feel right. you were putting that energy into that. And so now what you're doing with putting a nail in the coffin and then creating through the ashes is you are making your own prosperity, because we're leaving behind this stuff because this is holding you down. So you are creating abundance and prosperity. It's wealth, contentment, and abundance. So when you learn that you can put a nail in the coffin, when you can make that decision and say, I'm not going back to that, that's when the prosperity hits. And that's what I have for you. Interesting. I've been a little heavy today, but I guess you guys needed it from me.
I love it. I absolutely love it. And Jane, are you sure we did not pair these cards? Are we sure about this?
Well, I mean, our guides may have.
I think
I mean,
so. And I think that this is okay. Here we go. All right,
okay.
Rossi. So there is something really healthy in you right now, right? So you get the medicine wheel, right? But it is blocking two cards, not one, but two. And what are those? Bam, curse and death, right? What was Jane literally just saying, right? Death to all that is not serving you whatsoever, right? Life puts healthy things in our grasp when they're tired of us not doing the right thing. When we are tired, when our sick and tired is busted and our sick and tired is now sick and tired of being sick and tired. You know what I mean? So I absolutely have to say, okay, Jane, there's your cosigns. I don't know how this is working out, but I literally want you to know something. Why are they blocking all that? Because there is a higher truth. There is an ancestral wisdom within you that not everybody has, right? You have a cloth that isn't made anymore. You're cut from a cloth that only exists in a place and time that isn't reachable by man's hand anymore. Okay. So I need you to dive very, very deep. Not only is it my moon, the new moon in Taurus, it is just a new moon, right? A new moon is a new us, a new you, a new me, a new Jane, a new everybody, right? So you're getting to explore new lands. Ancestral wisdom comes with that, and you are built of it. So let that go. Let it die 6 feet under. No more. It's done. It's over with. Let it go. Leave it there. Your numbers are, let me see, 7, 9, we're adding that together, 7, 9, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, that's 7, 7, 7, 7. Your number is 7 for the week, and your knock knock is stop looking for the happiness, or stop looking for happiness in the same place you lost it. Quit going back to the people, places, and things that made you unhappy. When you were sad, all you did is get drunk with them. Quit that. Do yourself every do you have to do it every single time that you see a friend, even though you don't want to, but it does make you sad, right? That's the friend you need to quit. Forever 21, does that make you fat? Tell Forever 21 to go fuck off. Doesn't doesn't that lover leave you feeling unlovable? Don't look for that love to come from that lover. You are the only one that can make you happy. It's just that simple. So if you are, you're not going to find it there. You're going to get exactly what you always got. So let this knock knock be your reminder to come back and laugh about something now that you've realized it's detrimental. Psst, laugh about that shit because it's not deserving of your future. And that's what I've got for you.
Very good. We're moving on up.
Oh,
We just come to a deluxe
moving
apartment
on up.
in the sky. Mr. OD.
Hey,
Ooh,
11
you must have got some
heart
lucky
clicks. Ooh.
numbers. And I'm going straight to my higher heart area. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I mean, you won the great good card reading lottery. If you want a bunch of good news, you're getting a bunch of good news, okay? Because look at there isn't a I just can't even oh okay, here we go. You got the skull of stars, infinite possibilities. Okay? So right now you are looking at infinite possibilities. How many possibilities? You can't even count them. You have so many different possibilities. And these are good possibilities. We have the sun. They are joy. They are excitement. They are invigorating. They give you that vitamin D. The infinite possibilities. The skull of stars is like your vitamin D and your vitamin K put together for entertainment purposes only. YouTube. Um, when you with these two things, when you look at those infinite possibilities, and they are good possibilities. These aren't like I have all these different possibilities, I could go down these are good. These are sunshiny things, and we do it with prudence, self-assurance, integrity, and clear mindedness. And if there's anybody who in this life has endured a struggle, have been in a place that like all of this stuff is going on, it's like you do everything that you do with integrity and clear mindedness and self assuredness. I know that of you, Miss Tarot D. So you needed this reminder, is what's going on here. You apparently needed this reminder. You needed a sunshine day for you, and you're full of possibilities. And thank you. Thank you, Ms. Terrell D, for being here today. And it's back to Hershey. Me, me, me. Me, 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 me.
I I I want to say that the sun makes you hot, right? The sun makes you want to sweat, right? So it's not even that far of a stretch. Okay. So uh Miss Tara D, Sweat Lodge and Vision Quest, right? That's where they want me to start, right? I don't know if it's just a tag along to the Sun card where I've been ending and or where Jane is ending, and for some reason it seems like it literally just like the same wave comes right back up again. But I have to say that I need you to do this, right? I need you to go get a spa day. I need you to go sit in the park and just sweat. I need you to sweat. I'm talking sweat, baby. Sweat, Lodge, Vision Quest. Yeah, I'm going to need you to sweat. When we sweat, eventually the toxins start burning our pores, right? We get all uncomfortable because all of that yuck is now out of us and it's sitting on us, right? And it's like, oh, I got to go take a shower. I don't want this back in my body. I don't want to absorb this back, right? So here is your assignment for the week. Sweat. I don't know if it's walking an extra block. So an extra block is murder to me, right? But sometimes I need that sweat, right? I need to get it all out of me, right? I want to go home and clean up and then I am done. I left it out there. It did not come back in the house with me. It's no longer living with me, inside of me, on me, surrounding me, reminding me. So I'm going to need you to sweat this week. And if it's the sun that gets you to sweat, get out there and sweat. Yes, there is some rejoicing coming in for you. So for the spooky season, know that you are loved, right? Beyond any and everything else. Understand that you are loved beyond even what words can carry, right? Words can carry a hell of a lot of weight. But at the same time, some words aren't near as heavy as a ton, right? Or 10 ton, or words can't lift a boat, right? But enough words can lift our soul, right? Enough sound when we become one becomes a higher sound, right? A higher frequency. So there is a lot of that, right? So rejoice, stay present, and know that you are loved no matter what. Your moon is going to be, again, another new moon. And since we've already had it, understand that as we approach this November 3rd and the veil starts rising and getting thicker again, we're also going to be coming back into eventually that new moon energy. So by the next new moon, make sure that you are writing out every manifestation you can. So you have between now and that next new moon to get that good sweat going on. You're going to see the vision of what you're going to be manifesting and start bringing in with intention on that next new moon. Okay. They need you to find this, right? I don't know why, but there's something to do with your community and direction, right? I do wholeheartedly believe that you are probably the only one that could maybe reach this person. Maybe it's a part of a community that you have a connection to that nobody else, I may not have a connection to get into that person, to help that person, to bring them in or bring them out, right? But you will, but you're maybe not understanding it. Maybe you're not seeing the bigger picture. Maybe that's all part of the sweat vision or the vision quest and the sweat lodging experience, right? So, whatever it is, go ahead, get lost, enjoy it. Tell me what it is when you come out because it sounds freaking fascinating. I love that the energy in it, around it, and on the other side of it is all joy. So, how bad could it actually be, right? So, sweat a whole lot for all of us. And I do mean all of us. Even though it's your beautiful vision quest, all of us will get to reap the benefit of what comes after that. Your number is
Absolutely.
1165. You get the number 5, which we understand a 5, right? 5 is about the whole body. We have a head, we have 2 arms, and 2 legs. So 5 is all about the body. Again, going back into that vision quest, that sweat, that heat, that sun that needs to have all of you, all 5 of your appendages need to be there and stay present. Your knock knock for the week is forgive the fuck out of someone, even if they don't deserve it. You're probably thinking that's not easy. Sorry, yes, the fuck it is. Take the energy you are using to be mad into turning it into making it a case for how wrong so and so is, and then let that shit go. Start small so that you can get the hang of it. The driver who just cut you off, yell, I wave instead of you know what. Secret perk. It usually pisses them off to say, I forgive you, rather than say, F you. Don't feed the same energy back to them, no matter what they are, who they are, or what they say. You are and always will be the one in control of you. So instead of saying, fuck you, say, I forgive you. Instead of flipping them off, wave at them. Let them know that you absolutely see them and they can't get no space in your head because you ultimately are the one that's in control of you. And that's what I've got for you, babe.
Love that. I used to blow kisses at assholes. Swampy 63.
I'm telling you, but as soon as their backs turn, yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah. All right. This is an interesting one. So Swampy 63. We have eternal love. Love is love is love, and it transcends physical death. So you know there is no death. You got the same one for this? There we go. So they really want you to know this. This is like it's almost like your lesson for this week. It feels like if you were supposed to hear something, since we both got love is love is love, since we both got this same card for you, it's like you're in it transcend. So this is your lesson, that love, that you transcend. We never die. We just change. Energy changes. That energy never like dies. And so what they want you to do is, we have the clouds here. So we're looking more to the clouds. We're more looking up, with connecting with our higher self. When I'm saying, like, put your heads in the cloud, because connect with your higher self. I have this weird thing that I believe that our guardian angel is our higher self, because who knows us better than us, and we're like trying to move us through the soul contract that we made. So you're looking, you need to keep your heads in the clouds, because we're looking for those answers of that eternal love. And then you have shelter, number one, because all of this is for spiritual growth, accountability, and healing. And I don't know that you could possibly really do the healing and do the spiritual growth, taking accountability for it, and healing, if you did not recognize that love is love is love is love is love, and it is eternal. And that we can look at the clouds, look at the shapes of the clouds, watch the clouds, keep your head in the clouds. It's okay. We can't always have our heads in the cloud, but there's a lot of wisdom and knowledge in those clouds, I'll tell you that. And that's what I have for you. Like,
Holy shit. Like, wow. Holy crap. So, okay, obviously, Swampy, please tell me you are paying attention. I mean, this never happens for me, guys. Even when I read with people that where we happen to be highly encouraged to read with the same deck, right? I never usually ever get the same cards at the exact same time with the same person and meaning, right? It usually shows up somewhere else and it has something completely different. Look, right? I'm literally just again I'm riding Jane's wave today, y'all. If y'all have not noticed, it's Jane's wave and I am just riding it with her, right? Not only are we going to stay on that same wave, they need you to understand there's something on that wave you missed, right? So you're going to stay on that wave. I don't know why you need to stay on the love wave, but there is something clearly that needs to be witnessed by you, right? Someone forgot to pick up their trash. Someone was a litter bug. Someone lost their wedding ring. Someone threw the baby out with the bathwater. I have no idea, but there is absolutely some earth keeping that needs to be done by you, right? So what is the earth keeping? Well, let's think. Eventually, that water is going to make sand, right? It's going to touch the rocks, the waves, the bluffs, the earth. It's going to get to the earth, right? And it's at that moment there's something right there for you to see, right? So there is a connection between the actual crashing of the wave, whether it's coming into sand and it's beautifully caressing your foot, or it's crashing into those bluffs over there. Something for you about the connection is going to be witnessed, right? So absolutely take it in, understand it. There's going to be a lot of feelings that go with this. Whatever those feelings are, honor them, right? You get the first quarter moon in Pisces, right? So that first quarter moon, right, coming out of the new moon energy, it is really wonderful with energy, right? But as a new moon person, I'm usually in a moon coma and I sleep through all of this because I'm so exhausted from the new moon energy, right? There is a lot of emotion. Yes, it is the Pisces moon, but listen, it's so much more than that, right? right? That's literally when you want to be floating in the middle of the Gulf, or you literally want to be sitting on a dock somewhere, and that is your view, right? That is your view. You're looking at the water and the moon, and that's all you can see, right? So bring in the emotions, sit with your emotions, understand them, recognize your emotions, let them be validated. Most people don't validate their feelings because someone else somewhere down the road told them that feeling isn't valid, or you're not allowed to feel that, or you shouldn't feel that. Bullshit. That's bullshit. Yep. Don't let that come in and interfere with feeling those emotions. Every one of them. You have to love all of yourself. You can't love all of the good and pretend that the other parts aren't there, because they helped mold you just as well as them good, light, fun ones did. Just remember the lesson. You don't have to pull back every part of it. You just have to remember the lesson and then find the blessing that you got from it as well. Don't stop. Keep looking. It's the blessing you need. Go through those emotions, find the blessing. It just keeps getting better and better, right? Why do I say that? Your number was 7 and 7, and you're subtracting it. So your number is literally 0. Literally the best number ever, right? You go forward to get to 0. Doesn't make sense, right? I'm still trying to figure it out. 0 has no beginning, it has no ending. It's infinite. It is there's no way to classify it. All I can tell you is that it is the door to spirituality. I know it. I don't know how to tell you to get to it. I know you have to go forward to get to the 0. Get to the 0. It is not bad. It is ultimately the best number ever. But get to 0, ground yourself down to 0. The stillness in the 0 is superb. The stillness is wonderful. They also want to let you know that your knock knock is be kind hearted as fuck and full of love, but maintain them boundaries like a motherfucker. Let letting people fuck with you is not a spiritual attitude. Think about Archbishop Desmond Tutu. I don't know who that is, but that dude wouldn't have done the good shit he did if the world would have continued walking all over him. Even His Holiness the Dalai Lama tells people to fuck off sometimes in his own compassionate way, but fuck off anyway. So remember to tell people to get out of your space, set your boundaries, but do it in a kind way, because you can kill more people with kindness than you ever can with a bullet. So be still, be present, stay in that 0, stay in harmony of the 0. Try to find it. And if you figure it out, please let me know where it's at, because I don't know where it's at. And remember that your crown, your mind, you are the one in control of that tool. So use it to the best of your knowledge. And that's what I've got for you.
Love that. Oh,
Jane, how you feeling? Are you doing okay on time?
yeah, I'm doing fine, and my they have not called me yet, so I'm helping at the house now. So
Good.
yeah. Is
Good.
this it? Oh, it's Madame Marouz. Okay, all right. So I got to tell you, I was wondering who was um okay. We are in the eternal cycle of life and death, right? I mean, it is. And so we have death. The eternal cycle begins here. Now, Hershey was just doing a lot of talk about not knowing where to find the beginning of the circle. I think the beginning of the circle is actually in death, because it says here, the eternal cycle begins here,
Beginning of everything.
the beginning of everything.
Yes.
So
Well,
we're
you don't
there.
have no homework to do now.
If we answered that question, I mean, it couldn't have been okay. So, so you are in a cycle. You are regenerating. How many? Like, I think it's every. I don't know how many hours it is, how many days, but we actually regenerate every single cell in our body in a certain amount of hours, something like something like that. So remember, like every day or at some point, we are all brand new. So we are part of this circle of, there has been death inside of our bodies. Those old souls, those old cells, I'm sorry, they've gone down and we've flushed them away. And yeah, it's it begins there. And then they say, and they want you to surrender, letting go, trust, expansion. Because when you let go, because we want to hang on to life so bad, right? But we need to surrender to the death. And I'm talking metaphorically. This isn't like your true death, your true birth. It's the birth and death of all of our cells and our thoughts and everything else. So, surrender to this death. And the surrendering is let go, trust, expansion. But what's going on is you have these little niggly mice chewing at you. And this is who this is those people that you need to say, boing, boing, boing. You could even just line them up and just flick them. Just flick these little mice away. Anything that messes with your death, your surrender, your rebirth, your cycle that you're going through, if they say anything that it does not align with your new thoughts, and that's what I have for you. Oh, wow. Expansion, I think, is the biggest word that I'm seeing here. Death and expansion and letting go of the little,
You just took the word out of my mouth.
yeah. So there you go.
Yeah, you literally took the word literally right out of my mouth. I was about to say, well, I'm going to expand that and I'm going to actually talk about physical death. Um, Maruta, I'm going to tell you to prepare, honey. I I don't know why I'm telling you this. And I'm actually going to start a little backwards, right? So I feel like I need to tell you that I think you or someone that you love needs to prepare for a transition. Okay. You got the number 5. So when I think about that again, guys, you have to know what the number 5 represents, and that represents the physical body. Right. So, and it is a hard 5, right? And what do I mean by hard 5? It is 2 5s, 2 5s, making the 10, subtracting the 5, the 3, 2, right? So this is hard, emphatic. There's no questioning. I don't have to sit over here and go 17, 18, 19. I don't have to do any of that, right? I literally understand that they need me to focus right there. Not only that, your knock knock says you are the product of what you believe. Okay. I need you to understand. If you think that you're a turd, then you're probably going to act like one. But if you treat yourself like a turd, then you have to accept the turd treatment from others. When life fucks you, say, first off, you're not the turd. It's physically impossible to be a turd and the sentiment of even saying it. But even if you have the kind of turd you believe that you are golden. This will bring you to that golden behavior of the golden treatment. Today, just for today, take the turd out and remember you are golden. Tomorrow, you can return to the turd. But today, you are golden, and tomorrow isn't promised. So, I need you to understand why we are starting this way. I do feel like we are talking about a physical loss, right? So, there is someone around you that is literally bitten the proverbial apple, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? For me, apples are necessarily the reward is only if you pick the apple yourself. But for the apple to find me, that lets me know that something is poisoned, something is not right, something is mortally wounded, right? They're also pairing the apple with straddling, right? So we're straddling a world, we're transcending into another place, right? You or someone that you love needs to pay a lot of attention to detail, and there is a bold forward step that is happening now. Whether that is your bold step by attempting to stand in the place that happens and pays attention to all the little details that need to be addressed, not avoided, then I need you to understand you're doing it for a reason, because you're the only one that can control the flow of the movement of everyone else's emotion tied to it. Okay, so this is more like the universe is telling me to tell you to start preparing. You can't be liquid. You just need to flow, but you can't be liquid. You have to be their legs when they can't stand, their voice when they can't talk, their hands when they can't grab. But you're the movement so that no one gets stuck, stale, or hurts their self because they can't take the energy of the weight that is coming down. So, whether it is your weight that you will be receiving this week, make sure that all five of your appendages are available for the experience, or if it is someone else that you walk with as they prepare for this kind of energy, become the rock they're going to need, because it is your voice, your hands, and your legs that will be the reward behind the risk that is happening for them with someone that is transitioning and straddling into another world. And that's the message I've got for you, babe.
And Joe G, who is up now, I think, did you recently have a loss? I'm seeing people say things to you. So, and it looked like possibly it
Yes,
was your
his mom died.
his mother. Okay. So I'm so
Yep,
very,
his
very,
mom died just a few days ago. Yep.
so sad. I'm so very sorry. Okay. So anyway, let me grab you your reading here. I was just with my mom. She's 90, so I had to take care
Oh,
of her because
Maruta, I did not know Daniel's. So that was for I'm
what?
sorry, Jane. I just saw Maruta's comment. It says,
What'd she
yes,
say?
Daniel's dad is passing. I'm so sorry, Maruta.
Oh,
Send
there you
Daniel
go.
my love and tell him if he needs me, call me. Okay. You guys have my number.
Yeah, I mean, we can. I mean,
It makes sense why I saw what I saw now. So I'm
yeah.
so sorry.
All right, okay. So, oh my gosh. Okay. So, Joji, I'm so very sorry about the loss of your mother. What your mother is sending to you at this time, and because my nose just itched when I said that, and I have full body things, and normally people who have just passed don't come through this quickly. It takes time. It takes time. But she this is a message. I do believe it has to be from her, because right now the skeleton is saying is giving you strength. So we want you to, like, keep your back straight. Do you ever look at a skeleton? They're never all like all hunched over, or got a hand in front of their face, or they're always like they're like this. So during this time, they are offering you. Your mother is offering you strength. Your people on the other side are offering you strength. Okay, I'm kind of seeing that. And hi, Beth. So, but here's the thing. This is the thing that's so interesting to me is you got the key and you got the ring. So you got the key and the ring. So it feels like the key is the key to success, and the ring is a contract that you sign. So I feel like them giving you the strength and pairing it with the key and the ring, this is a contract that they have already committed to coming in and giving you strength at this time. and in this lifetime that you are living. And this particular one, it's like when you were filling out your card, your soul contract card, you were like, I'd like to have strength around this time and strength around that time, and whatever we do. And this is what they're giving you. And the key on this card, it's an owl, so that's use your intuition. It says inner calling, clarity, and intention. So those are the keys. The key is that inner calling, clarity, and intention, that was built into your soul contract with strength during these times. I almost feel like you're kind of the rock of these situations sometimes. I mean, you you're there for other people, but you need those people there for you too. So the inner calling to me is using your prayers, your intentions, speaking it out loud. Words are spells. So use your words wisely and call in clarity and intention. And that's what I have. That's all right there. Look how tiny your soul contract is. This life's a cakewalk, but I'm sending you love. All right, Missy.
I love what I do, guys. Being a Ouija, connecting with the energy, it's something that I don't know how to put into words every time. But the energy I feel right now, even though it hasn't even been a week, and I can't swear that this is your mom that's here with me right now, but what I can tell you is the person that's with me right now is definitely a mother. She's she cares about you. There's a lot of emotion going on, right? Cards are an added extension to the feeling I'm feeling, but it comes in one of the best ways possible when Santa Muerte herself comes in to say, I got you. I got you. I'm going to protect your mother. I'm going to hold her safe. I love you. I love you, Joe. I know you may not know who I am because you are not on my level, or you didn't know I existed, but now you do. And now you're going to find out who Santa Muerte is, and who I stand for. And I stand for those on the other side. When she comes in, she wants me to let you know, be very real right now. There is something very detrimental that is going on within your family or within a rift within yourself. And you need to be very, very, very real. There is something that you yourself are going to have to rise above the fray, right? So when you think about having to rise above the fray, sometimes that's literally learning how to bend in another direction, because we're not about to let them break us. So we must learn to bend and contort in different ways to keep from allowing someone else to break us, right? So Santa Muerte has come through to let me know, to tell you that that challenge is coming for you, to you, and it may be at services, it may be at a last walk if you honor them, a celebration meal that follows the services. But when that confrontation comes, they need you to understand it's at that moment that I am now jumping into your knock knock, because they say, and I mean they, Santa Muerte and the woman that Santa Muerte has brought with her, says that, Joe, when you win, admit it. But when you are right, be quiet. Okay? I don't know if you're the right person in this party that it is may come to be, or you are the one that needs to admit you're wrong. Either way, know that there is a woman standing beside you, and Santa Muerte has brought her forth to honor and accept and let you know that she is absolutely crossing the bridge. She is safe. She is with counsel. She is not tied to any pains of this earthly realm. She has forgiven it all and she has found peace. She wants you to go with and in your number, and your number this week is number 2. One for her and one for you. And remember to bend. Don't allow them to break you. And that's the message I've got for you, babe.
Beautiful. All right, Vernetta.
Jane, we're at 1 hour, 10 minutes. Are you okay? I think we got like.
Yeah. I just checked in with my son, and they're at McDonald's, or my son's at McDonald's right now. They'll need me when it's when it's time to eat. But anyway, I'm doing some caretaking.
Okay. If you need to go, I understand.
No, right now I just checked in because I was like, I need to be able to do this, and I won't if I'm freaking out going, oh, they're just not bothering me because they, but no, they don't need me right this second. So we're good. We good. Oh, this is the one right here too. All right. This is what we got for you. Ooh, 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 ooh. Okay. Ooh, I like this one. All right.
Yes,
You
Joe,
are
I want to see.
yeah, you are at a crossroads. Okay. You're at that. Which path do I take to climb this mountain? Because let's face it, we're all here climbing mountains. Because if we were all here just for Disneyland, what would we learn, right? So there's 2 paths you can go on, but in the long run, no, I'm sorry, I was just about to do some lyrics. There's still time to change the road you're on if you know Led Zeppelin. Okay. And in this, they're saying in choosing this pathway, the one the crossroads that you have to choose, this is your pathway. Don't let anybody else choose the pathway for you. And how are you going to do that? Because you're going to put on your invisibility cloak, okay? Because nobody needs to see or know about what roads you're choosing, what road you're on, because there's still time to change the road you're on, right? Invisibility, authenticity. Because when we are invisible and you can't see what I'm doing, you can't judge me. So there's a crossroad. Make it with authenticity, your authenticity. Don't go around asking all your friends, hey, would you choose the red car or the blue car? They're not going to be driving the car. You are. Okay. So remember, be invisible in your, so that you can be authentic in this crossroads that you have. And remember, you have time. There is time. We also have time limits on us, but there is time for this particular thing. And you're doing it by planning, making decisions, what road are we going to take, and taking risks, right? Because both of these roads come with their own risk, their own set of problems, their own set of joys, their own set of happinesses. Okay, so you get to choose that road, and you have time, but make decision, take risks. Remember, you're invisible. Nobody gets to know what you're doing. And the only way we can be authentically ourselves is when we're in that invisibility cloak. Some people come right out there and they're themselves. And that's what I love. That's what I love about Hershey, and me. That's why we don't put on this. We know we don't need to do that. We don't. We're good.
Hi, Lottie.
So hi, Lottie. So be invisible and remember you have roads to go down. And you got this. Yeah.
My turn.
I'm all tuckered out.
Okay. So I know. Okay, so I'm going right back into the bandwagon here, right? I'm jumping in and coming and becoming the caboose that's literally Jane is driving this train, guys. Listen, why do I say that? Because you get the flower of forgiveness, right? If you read very carefully at the bottom, it says reducing the burden, right? Doesn't mean that you're not carrying it. You just have to learn to reduce it, right? Why and how? Well, it starts with releasing those blocks, right? So, as long as you stay in that invisible mode, that gives you time to work on you, right? You don't have to worry about somebody judging you while you're working out how to make your arm bend in a different direction. They're going to think you're looking like a master freak while all you're trying to do is find a way to bend, right? There is nothing wrong with that. There is nothing wrong with that. Yes, the weight is yours to carry, and we all have our own cross to carry, guys. I'm sorry. That's just how life is created. Whether you signed up for a long life or a short life. Short life, wow, you were born, you're dead 5 minutes later. Oh, why did he take the baby? He didn't take the baby. The baby chose a short walk. There's a difference. You never know how long the walk is going to be. Even if you choose the extended long path, you may only get 55 years. But guess what? 55 years compared to the baby that chose the short walk. Who do you think had the long life? What you did with it that counts, right? So make your mark, find time, remove the burden, remove the distraction. You're still going to have to carry the weight. You're still going to have to take your ownership. So, why do I say it like that? Because literally a shaman just told you. And I'm not talking about me. Okay. I need you to understand that something in that message that you just got from Jane is directly from source, the universe. No one person can do it. They all have the same message. And a shaman knows this. How do they know this? Because they know that they are created from the exact same thing that is delivering those exact messages to us every single day. We are a part of it, and it is a part of us. So, as long as you keep that in your soul as you search, you will search with the intentions and the right way. You are a beginner, and there is nothing wrong with being a beginner. I am a beginner in a lot of things. But guess what? I'm not a beginner at life. I've got a whole lot of life experiences. I've got a whole lot of short little stories. I could give Raymond Reddington a run for his money when it comes to life experiences and stories. That is the key to living. So make sure that you are actually getting out there and living. You're not just existing and allowing someone else to tell you which way to turn. Make your own choices and make good choices as you go. And remember that your knock knock is reminding you that it's okay to be extra guacamole because we all are. We're all a little extra. You're not the only one. You are not alone, okay? Being extra means that you give a shit. Maybe you give a shit about your fleek eyebrows, or maybe you give a shit about the environment, or maybe you just give a shit about your ass. So be happy and clap that ass. A lot of butt going on today, but there ain't nothing wrong with it when it's our own that we're grabbing. So make sure that you enjoy it. Your number for the week is 3. And that's what I've got for you. Cool. Alrighty.
All right. Take care.
KK, and then we got one left. Jane, are you still okay?
Yep, I'm still okay. They have not come back with the McDonald's yet.
I think we got KK and one left.
Okay.
I think.
All right.
I
Here
don't know.
we
My
go.
computer's doing crazy.
I know. Okay, yeah.
Yep.
Okay. This is so interesting. Okay.
KK
Um,
6.
it always
Go ahead.
fascinates me how much the cards
Uh-oh.
speak. It always fascinates me. So, what we're doing right here is okay, number one, we are connecting to our ancestors, the lore and the legacy of our DNA. And look at this tree because it's got a DNA strand going up in it. Okay. So, so we are standing on the backs of our ancestors, and it feels like, okay, wait, I need to come back to that card right there because I'm not quite understanding it yet. Uh-oh, we lost Hershey. That's okay. I know what I'm doing here. All right. So we have the number 7, the heart, emotional awakening, intuition, and following your bliss. So this is what we're doing. When we follow our ancestors and we follow in their steps, and we realize that we have all of our ancestors' DNA in us, it took there she is. It took every single one of your ancestors to get together to create you, and we are 1 in 4 quadrillion. The chances of being born are 1 in 4 quadrillion. So, dear heart, know that you are supposed to be here because all of our ancestors came together, gave us their DNA, and and what's happening right now is if you're a little teary eyed or something, know that it's because you are opening your heart chakra, you are opening up. And it says emotional awakening, intuition, and following your heart. So now I understand this card, the dog. Be your own best friend. Be loyal and true to yourself. Yep. Hershey understands. See, that's what it is. And that's why I was like, I can't read this card yet. Because I could have said, oh, there's somebody around you that's loyal and true. But no, I had to go through everything to find out who this was. And I found out that this dog is you. Okay. Be your own best friend.
I love that. I love that. Wow. Wow. I I have to say that again, I'm gonna caboose this right on up, right? I need you to talk a whole lot less. And I need you to feel and listen a lot more, right? Not listen to the chatter of people, right? Listen to spirit. Why? Because you got Black Cat. Black Cat is the familiar for fortune, but they paired it with talk less. Sometimes we can be quite the little me. I know. I know how it goes. I can get excited and I can just get to talking, and next thing I know, I'm talking over everybody because I want to be the only one talking. Ooh, blah, 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 blah. Don't I know? hmm One of my own characters. Yeah, I know. I get it. I understand. But I also understand when they're saying be the black cat. Be quiet. I call creep for a reason. It's not to make him feel like it's a bad thing because the word creep isn't a bad word to me. It is to a lot of people, but not to me. When you are slinky and creeping around, sometimes you're doing it just because you want to know what is in your own area. And usually that's what a black cat is doing. They're creeping around to see what is in my area. Who is not supposed to be here? What is not supposed to be here? And then the cat mentality comes out, and now they're very loud. They don't have to be quiet anymore. Now it's time to be loud, right? So I need that to be the energy as we go into this, right? It's not a very long one, but it is a very specific one. They need your spirituality to get woken up. And that is exactly what they are doing. How are they doing that? Because they need you to understand that you yourself are going to be experiencing something. You're going to need a disruption tool, and you are also going to need the power of the sun. Whether you're a moon child or a sun child, we both need both of them regardless. I may be all moon child and love my moon, but there are days when I sit outside and I'm like, yes, vitamin D, yes. It's usually about in the 70s, and anything more than that, and the sun is burning me up like a vampire. So trust me, in your limitations, I need you to get out there, and I need you to either charge your disruption tools by the sun because you're going to need some of that firepower to go with it, whatever it may be, it is going to be strictly for a spiritual awakening of some kind. It is not going to be a permanent energy that happens all the time. So just be very, very careful with using either the familiar that you have and you're attached to, or just allowing the familiar to come into your mind when you need to be quiet and listen and feel more, right? Some things cannot be spoken, they can only be felt. Some things can't be felt, they can only be heard, right? So pay very close attention to which one your body is actually taking in the energy, right? Are you feeling the energy? Are you sensing the vibration? Or are you hearing it? Can't talk over it. So you must be very, very quiet and listen, okay? Your knock knock is, guess who ain't got to explain, excuse me, guess who ain't got to explain shit to nobody? You. Quit trying to explain yourself to everyone. No one has to understand you. You are your own brand of cuckoo, just like they are. All you got to know is your shit. But it's the whole difference that makes the trend. Get everyone to sign off on whatever weirdness you want, but create it freaky little self. Get out there and find you. So explore, explore, explore. Your number is 6. You get the number 3. So it's 3. So your number is 3. Enjoy your week, KK. That's what I've got for you. Alrighty, Jane. That was the last meta message, and I've got one for collective.
Yep, I got one for collective, and I love that this is the one for the collective. I look at this.
I think I'm going to too.
I'm tell me what number you got. I want to hear your number first. Not that it'll make any difference.
So it's 9 minus 7, so our number is 2.
Damn it. Okay, that's good though. I was looking for 3. 2 is close enough to 3.
Damn it.
I thought, wouldn't that be really awesome? It's all really awesome anyways. I love, 2. Well, there's 2 of us, there's all of us. Okay. So what we've got here is what we've got here is this reading and all the readings that we have done today. And you can take any reading you want. If you're watching this in the future, watching this in the past, the timeline, there's no timeline. We're all just in time of all of time. So whenever you're watching this, look at, we are all in a cauldron of synergy and healing. What I love about this cauldron is it has 3 of the 5 points coming out of it. It's got 3. It's a trinity. And the next card is 3, Trinity. So this says balancing decisions, priorities, and adapting to change. So this is for all of us. We're all in this soup together. Remember that. We make the Trinity. We all connect to each other. We all connect to spirit. We are all each other's keepers. So we are all in this soup. We need to remember that. We're all swimming in the same soup. So for you, for everyone, is to balance our own decision making and our priorities and adapting to change. Because and what I love about adapting to change is I've got the fish. Fish go with the flow. Fish are abundance. Fish means abundance. So there's an abundance of Trinity flowing energy that we are in this soup cauldron together with. We are all, I almost was like, we're fish soup. We're not. We are in the abundance making time right now. Remember that we are created. We are creating. Yes. Well, there you go.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Well, you started in cauldron, and guess where I'm going? I'm going straight to the witch. right? So when you
Ooh.
think about the witch, what is the witch? I'm a witch. I'm not scared to admit it either. I'm not just a witch. I'm a Ouija. I'm many types of witches, right? I relate to all kinds. I am a chaos witch. So I do a lot of solitary magic, but guess what? I take it from a lot of practices. So I have to learn and I have to understand and I have to study different practices and then I have to make it my own, right? What does that make me? A weaver, right? All of us in our practice, we are all witches, no matter what we call ourselves. If we go in the kitchen and cook, guess what? That's a kitchen witch. If you go outside and you garden, guess what? That makes you an earth witch. If you collect crystals, guess what? That makes you a crystal witch. If you practice in herbs and all of that, guess what? That brings you right back to a combination of what? A kitchen witch and an earth witch, a green witch. When you put the two together, you're a green witch, right? So recognize that all of us are witches, warlocks, whatever you want to call yourself. Magic is not good or bad. It is the person that is wielding the magic. Okay. So if you call yourself a sorcerer and you do good shit, guess what? You're a damn good sorcerer. And
Mm-hmm.
don't you let nobody take it from you. You are the weaver of this physical world that we live in, this third and fourth dimension that we are stuck in this meat suit. Do you understand? Be the weaver that this dimension needs. Okay. That is that message right there. There are weavers in other dimensions that are weaving our existence so that we can be the weaver of this existence. Enjoy it. Take it in. Allow earth and the sacrifice of everything that you do this week be your group think. Let the people come in that want to be a part of your life. How do you know who those people are? Because they're going to go out their way to make sure that you know they want to be a part of your life. They are not going to avoid you. They are not going to not answer your phone call. They're not going to be there with a receipt book. They're not going to care how far away it is. They are going to be there with their beautiful little heart and they are going to be the exact amount of gratitude that you need to see as yourself. Remind yourself to be full of gratitude. That seems to be my word this week. So gratitude, 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 you little witches. And remember, feel those fucking feelings this week. Do not hide them and do not suppress them. I don't give a damn what they are. Don't let anybody tell you that your feelings are not valid. Your opinion is just as valid as your feelings. Make it known. Stand on it. Let it become your principle. Your number is number 2 for the week for the collective. So if you got a personal number, hold your personal number. But if you didn't, grab that too and think with us and become part of our group. We love you. And that is your meta messages for this week. We'll see you guys next week. Bye, everybody. And end it. One clicky two.